The Plath family has always been defined by rules, boundaries, and unwavering tradition. But what happens when one of the youngest sons steps out into the world, ready to find love on his own terms? This season, Micah Plath faces the challenge of moving on from a past relationship, discovering independence, and opening his heart to something completely new. After parting ways with Veronica Peters, Micah is no longer the same young man viewers once knew. Season 8 captures every moment of his journey, from heartbreak to self-discovery, from cautious optimism to the first sparks of romance with a mysterious new connection named Hena. Their story begins not in a crowded room or a scripted date, but online, through Facebook messages that will slowly grow into real-life connection, laughter, and emotional tension. How will Micah navigate love in a world he's never fully experienced before? Will family expectations, past heartbreak, and personal insecurities get in the way? Or is this finally the season where he learns what it truly means to open his heart? Don't miss a single emotional twist, heated family debate, or heart-stopping moment of connection. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join us as we dive deep into the world of the Plaths, where every choice matters and every heart has a story. This is Micah Plath's journey in Season 8, raw, real, and unforgettable. After a long and complicated relationship, Micah Plath steps into Season 8 carrying the weight of heartbreak, but also a newfound determination to rediscover himself beyond the strict rules of the Plath household. His breakup with Veronica Peters, which unfolded over Seasons 6 and 7, left him shaken, forcing him to confront emotions he had long buried under family expectations and rigid traditions. For years, Micah's life had been dictated by boundaries he could not challenge, where even love came with strings attached. Now in Florida, far from the watchful eyes of his family, he faces the daunting task of building a life entirely his own, a life defined by choice rather than obligation. In interviews, he reflects candidly, admitting that the end of his relationship with Veronica, though painful, was necessary for his personal growth. Ending things with Veronica wasn't easy. We had some good times, but it just wasn't working anymore. I realized I needed to figure out who I am before I can be with anyone else, he says, his voice tinged with both nostalgia and hope. The show captures moments of him unpacking in a modest apartment, decorating spaces, and finding comfort in small personal routines, all symbols of his gradual independence. It is during this period of solitude and self-reflection that Hena enters his story, not through a scripted meeting or orchestrated scenario, but through the simplicity of social media. Like on a Facebook post, a comment, a casual chat, these small gestures ignite the potential for something new, a first spark of connection that promises excitement yet carries uncertainty. As viewers watch, they see Micah grapple with lingering self-doubt, the shadows of past heartbreak, and the subtle influence of family expectations, all juxtaposed against his desire to take risks for love. Walking along the Florida boardwalk at sunset, scrolling through his phone, or laughing at the little joys of life, Micah begins to embrace the possibility of opening his heart again. I don't know what's ahead, but for the first time, I feel like I can actually choose who I want to be and who I want in my life. Maybe love is next, maybe not, but I'm ready to find out, he reflects. Season 8 sets the stage for a journey of emotional resilience, self-discovery, and the cautious hope of romance, capturing Micah at a pivotal crossroads where every choice has the power to define not just his love life, but the very trajectory of his independence and personal growth. As Micah begins to settle into his new life in Florida, a sense of cautious excitement enters his world with the introduction of Hena, a vibrant and independent woman he first encounters online. Their connection starts in the most modern of ways, a casual Facebook interaction where a like on Micah's post about a local art exhibit sparks a conversation. What begins as a lighthearted exchange of jokes and friendly comments gradually evolves into deeper conversations about life, dreams, and personal values. Hena's openness and authenticity intrigue Micah, offering him a fresh perspective on relationships he has never experienced before, one built on mutual respect and curiosity rather than pressure or expectation. Through private messages, they share their thoughts, stories of childhood experiences, and the challenges they've faced, gradually weaving a bond that feels surprisingly real despite being digital at first. The show captures these moments with on-screen text bubbles, timestamps, and playful emojis, giving viewers an intimate look into the subtle nuances of modern romance. Micah finds himself eagerly anticipating each notification, each new message a reminder of the potential for something meaningful to blossom. Yet, alongside the excitement, there is the natural hesitancy born from past heartbreak and the shadow of family scrutiny that has always loomed over his personal life. The narration emphasizes Micah's internal struggle, highlighting how he balances hope with caution, vulnerability with self-preservation. Eventually, the conversations lead to a tentative plan to meet in person, a step that is both thrilling and nerve-wracking. The documentary-style footage shows Micah preparing for the encounter, adjusting his hair, choosing an outfit, and taking deep breaths, while voiceover captures his anticipation and the small doubts that creep in. When they finally meet, their initial awkwardness quickly gives way to laughter and ease, as if their online conversations had already built a bridge of understanding between them. In these early face-to-face interactions, viewers witness the foundation of trust, respect, and emotional connection that underpins their budding relationship. Every smile, every shy glance, and every shared story becomes a building block for something new and promising, illustrating that love can emerge in unexpected ways, even after heartbreak. For Micah, Hena represents not just the potential for romance, but the affirmation that he is capable of forming a healthy, balanced relationship, one where both individuals can grow together while honoring their independence. The season sets the stage for their evolving bond, showing how digital connections can translate into real-world intimacy, and how taking risks in love can lead to profound personal growth and emotional fulfillment. As Micah's budding connection with Hena begins to grow, the reality of family dynamics quickly comes into play, reminding him that independence does not mean isolation from the Plath household's ever-watchful eyes. Though he is physically distant in Florida, the influence of his family's opinions and expectations remains a constant undercurrent in his life, sometimes surfacing through phone calls, social media interactions, or unexpected visits. The documentary captures these moments in a dramatic yet relatable fashion, showing Micah reading texts from his siblings, watching their comments on posts about his life, and navigating the delicate balance between honesty and privacy. Some family members express concern or skepticism, questioning whether Micah is moving too quickly, whether Hena is the right person for him, or whether he is even ready to open his heart again after Veronica. Others offer support and encouragement, reminding him that growth often requires taking risks, even when it means facing disapproval or judgment. The tension reaches a peak during a phone interview, where Micah candidly reflects, "It's hard to do what feels right for me when people I love have so many opinions, but I know I have to live my life on my own terms. I have to figure out who I am before anyone else." These candid moments are interspersed with scenes of Micah interacting with Hena, juxtaposing the warmth and excitement of a new relationship against the lingering pressure of family scrutiny. The show also emphasizes his internal journey, highlighting how he is learning to trust his instincts and communicate effectively, both with Hena and with his family, without sacrificing his own emotional well being. Small confrontations, lighthearted teasing from siblings, and thoughtful discussions with friends all serve as milestones in his growth, illustrating the complexity of maintaining personal relationships while honoring family bonds. Throughout part three, viewers witness Micah gradually building confidence in his decisions, finding a rhythm between openness and caution, and beginning to see himself as capable of sustaining meaningful, healthy connections. The season's narrative frames these challenges not as obstacles, but as integral steps in the process of self-discovery, reinforcing the idea that true emotional maturity emerges from navigating conflict, learning from past experiences, and embracing vulnerability. By the end of this segment, Micah is not only more secure in his connection with Hena, but also increasingly aware of the importance of setting boundaries, trusting his heart, and forging a path that allows him to grow independently while still cherishing the lessons and love of his family. Through this delicate dance of tension, reflection, and gradual empowerment, part three cements the foundation for what promises to be a season of emotional transformation, romance, and the ongoing pursuit of balance between family loyalty and personal fulfillment. As the connection between Micah and Hena moves from the digital realm into real life, the stakes of their budding relationship become tangible, bringing both excitement and vulnerability to the forefront. Their first in-person meetings are a mixture of anticipation, nervous energy, and cautious optimism, perfectly captured through the documentary's lens of handheld cameras, candid interviews, and intimate voiceovers. Micah carefully prepares for each encounter, reflecting on his past heartbreak with Veronica and reminding himself that this is a chance to approach love differently, honestly, patiently, and openly. Hena, equally aware of the significance of these moments, engages with warmth, curiosity, and playful banter, creating an atmosphere that allows both of them to let down their guards while exploring the potential of a real connection. The season highlights their shared experiences, quiet coffee shop conversations where they discuss childhood dreams and personal ambitions, walks along scenic boardwalks that encourage lighthearted teasing and laughter, and moments of sincere vulnerability that allow them to reveal past fears and emotional scars. Each scene is interwoven with voiceover reflections from both Micah and Hena, emphasizing their growing trust and the unique rhythm developing between them. Yet, alongside the joy, challenges emerge naturally, minor misunderstandings, moments of self-doubt, and the occasional tension stemming from family concerns or lingering insecurities. The show does not shy away from portraying these challenges as essential to the process of building a meaningful relationship, reinforcing the narrative that love is both thrilling and complex. Through these experiences, Micah begins to internalize the lessons of emotional maturity, learning to communicate effectively, listen actively, and respond with empathy, all while balancing his desire for independence with the responsibilities of a new relationship. Hena's presence provides support and encouragement, helping him navigate the uncertainties and reminding him that taking risks in love can be rewarding when approached thoughtfully. By the end of part four, viewers see a couple who is still in the early stages of romance, but who are forging a foundation based on mutual respect, shared values, and the willingness to be vulnerable. These first real-life interactions set the tone for the remainder of the season, establishing Micah and Hena as partners who must continue to navigate emotional growth, family dynamics, and the unpredictable nature of young love, all while demonstrating the transformative power of connection and the resilience required to embrace the possibilities of the heart. As Micah and Hena's relationship begins to solidify through their in-person interactions, the influence of family dynamics once again becomes a significant force, reminding Micah that even distance cannot shield him from the Plath's expectations, opinions, and emotional presence. While he is physically in Florida, his siblings and parents remain deeply invested in his personal life, checking in through phone calls, texts, and social media comments, sometimes expressing concern, curiosity, or outright skepticism about his new relationship. The season captures these interactions through candid phone conversations and on-screen captions, providing viewers with a raw, unfiltered look at the subtle pressures that Micah faces. Some family members question whether he is moving too quickly or if Hena is truly the right person for him, while others offer quiet encouragement, reminding him that happiness often requires stepping outside comfort zones and embracing vulnerability. In interviews, Micah reflects on this tension, admitting that balancing his own desires with his family's perspectives is one of the most challenging aspects of navigating adulthood. I love my family and I want their support, but I also have to live my life for me. I have to learn to trust my instincts and take responsibility for my own happiness. These reflective moments are interwoven with scenes of Hena providing emotional reassurance, emphasizing the importance of mutual understanding and respect in the relationship. The season also explores minor confrontations and misunderstandings, both with Hena and via family interactions, demonstrating how growth often emerges from navigating challenges rather than avoiding them. Through these experiences, Micah gains increasing confidence in his decisions, learning to set boundaries, communicate openly, and honor both his feelings and the people who care about him. Viewers witness the gradual transformation of a young man who was once constrained by rigid upbringing into someone capable of embracing love, risk, and self-discovery. By the end of part 5, Micah stands more assured, balancing excitement for his budding romance with Hena with an understanding of the complexities of family ties, showing that growth, love, and independence are not mutually exclusive but can coexist when approached with honesty, patience, and courage. This segment underscores the ongoing emotional journey of Season 8, revealing that true confidence and fulfillment arise from both facing challenges and allowing oneself to be vulnerable, a lesson Micah continues to learn as he navigates the unpredictable path of young love and personal freedom. As Micah and Hena's relationship progresses, the pair begin to face the inevitable challenges that come with transitioning from online conversations to fully immersive real-life interactions, testing not only their compatibility, but also their emotional resilience and communication skills. While their early dates were filled with laughter, curiosity, and shared moments of discovery, Season 8 takes viewers deeper into the complexities of establishing trust, balancing expectations, and understanding each other's vulnerabilities. Micah, still emerging from the shadow of his breakup with Veronica, occasionally struggles with self-doubt and lingering fears of repeating past mistakes, while Hena, confident and independent, encourages transparency and openness, creating a dynamic in which both are learning from one another. The documentary-style footage captures intimate moments, late-night phone calls where they share fears about the future, quiet evenings discussing family pressures, and spontaneous adventures that reveal their personalities in candid ways. Minor conflicts naturally arise. Disagreements about how quickly to move the relationship forward, miscommunications about intentions, and moments of jealousy stemming from previous experiences. But each challenge serves as a learning opportunity, illustrating the importance of patience, empathy, and compromise in building a healthy bond. The season emphasizes these developments with split-screen shots of Micah and Hena reflecting separately on situations, intercut with narration that highlights their growth. Every time they encounter a challenge, it is not just a test of their connection, but a chance for Micah to embrace maturity, vulnerability, and the ability to navigate love without fear. Social media interactions continue to play a subtle role in their story, with playful comments and private messages reinforcing the bond they are cultivating offline, demonstrating how modern relationships can evolve organically from digital beginnings to deep emotional intimacy. Throughout part 6, viewers also witness Micah asserting more confidence in his own voice, learning to advocate for his needs while listening to Hena's perspective, establishing a mutual respect that strengthens their foundation. These moments of growth are contrasted with flashbacks to his life with Veronica, highlighting how far he has come in terms of self-awareness, communication, and understanding what he truly desires in a partner. By the midpoint of the season, their relationship has developed a rhythm of trust, shared laughter, and thoughtful reflection, allowing both Micah and Hena to feel secure in expressing themselves fully without fear of judgment. Emotional interviews show Micah acknowledging that vulnerability is not weakness, but rather the gateway to genuine connection, and Hena expressing appreciation for his honesty and willingness to learn from past mistakes. Together, they navigate the delicate dance of independence and intimacy, discovering that love is not simply about romance or attraction, but about building a partnership grounded in respect, emotional honesty, and shared growth. By the conclusion of part 6, Micah and Hena are portrayed as a couple increasingly confident in their bond, capable of handling obstacles, and committed to exploring the possibilities of a future together, reinforcing one of Season 8's central themes, that the journey of love, particularly after heartbreak, is as much about personal growth and resilience as it is about finding the right person to walk beside you. As Micah and Hena's relationship matures, the unavoidable presence of family opinions and expectations once again comes to the forefront, testing the resilience of their bond and the emotional fortitude that Micah has been steadily cultivating. Although he is geographically distant from the Plath family, their influence remains palpable as siblings, parents, and extended relatives continue to voice curiosity, concern, and sometimes criticism through calls, texts, and social media interactions, reflecting the enduring weight of the household's strict values. Season 8 captures these moments through a combination of candid phone conversations, on-screen captions of texts, and reflective interviews, providing viewers with an authentic glimpse into the emotional balancing act Micah faces. Some family members express worry that he is rushing into a new relationship too soon after Veronica, questioning Hena's intentions or highlighting the challenges of dating someone outside the traditional family structure, while others offer encouragement, recognizing the growth and confidence Micah has gained since stepping into independence. The documentary portrays Micah navigating these mixed messages with increasing poise and self-assurance, learning to filter advice and concern without allowing it to dictate his personal choices. Intercut with scenes of Micah and Hena enjoying quiet dates, sharing laughs, and deepening emotional intimacy, the footage highlights the tension between familial loyalty and individual autonomy, illustrating the delicate dance required to honor both. Micah reflects candidly in an interview, acknowledging the internal conflict. "I love my family and value their opinions, but at some point, I have to trust my own judgment and do what feels right for me. I've learned that setting boundaries and communicating openly is essential if I want this relationship to thrive." The season emphasizes these lessons by showing subtle confrontations, such as a sibling questioning his pace or a parent expressing concern over potential heartbreak, juxtaposed with Hena's supportive and reassuring presence. Together, they navigate the uncertainty and external scrutiny, demonstrating how trust, patience, and emotional honesty are essential to sustaining a meaningful partnership. Micah's growth becomes increasingly evident as he takes ownership of decisions, articulates his feelings, and recognizes the value of vulnerability not as a weakness, but as a tool for connection and resilience. By the end of part 7, viewers witness a young man who has not only embraced the possibility of love after heartbreak, but has also cultivated the maturity to manage external pressures without compromising his values or the integrity of his relationship. The season frames this development as a pivotal moment in his journey, highlighting that true personal growth is inseparable from navigating challenges, asserting autonomy, and fostering relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. The evolving dynamic between Micah, Hena, and the Plath family underscores one of the central themes of Season 8, the intricate balance between independence, emotional intimacy, and familial bonds, revealing how love and personal growth can coexist even amid scrutiny, tension, and the lingering echoes of the past. This part of the narrative solidifies Micah's journey as not just a romantic pursuit, but a testament to resilience, self-discovery, and the courage to embrace new possibilities while honoring the lessons of family and experience. As Micah and Hena continue to explore the depths of their relationship, Season 8 captures the delicate evolution of trust, intimacy, and shared experiences, emphasizing how connection deepens not only through joy, but also through challenges and vulnerability. Following their initial meetings and online interactions, the pair begin to experience moments that test their ability to communicate openly and support one another emotionally, from small misunderstandings about intentions to the natural anxieties that arise when two people from different worlds attempt to merge their lives. The documentary-style footage highlights these experiences with on-screen captions, split-screen interviews, and voiceovers that allow viewers to witness the internal reflections of both Micah and Hena, illustrating their growing awareness of each other's needs, fears, and aspirations. Micah, still navigating the residual effects of his breakup with Veronica, occasionally struggles with self-doubt, fearing that his past mistakes might resurface or affect his ability to sustain a healthy connection. Hena, aware of the fragility that accompanies new relationships, encourages him to express his feelings, ask questions, and embrace the uncertainty of love as a natural part of growth. Their shared experiences, from exploring local art galleries and beachside strolls to late-night conversations about family pressures and personal goals, become milestones that reinforce their compatibility and strengthen the emotional fabric of their bond. The season also highlights moments of tension, such as disagreements about social media interactions, differing expectations about the pace of their relationship, and Micah's occasional hesitation to fully trust after past heartbreak, showing that real intimacy requires negotiation, patience, and empathy. Yet, through these moments of challenge, the couple demonstrates resilience and a commitment to learning from one another, creating a relationship dynamic grounded in mutual respect and thoughtful communication. Intercut with family reactions and commentary from friends, the narrative underscores how external perspectives influence, but do not define, the trajectory of their romance as Micah increasingly asserts his agency in decision-making while remaining considerate of those who care for him. By the midpoint of this part, viewers observe clear signs of milestone moments: their first shared weekend getaway, meaningful conversations about future aspirations, and small but symbolic gestures of affection that signal the deepening of trust and commitment. The season emphasizes that these milestones are not merely romantic highlights, but pivotal markers of personal growth for Micah, showcasing his ability to navigate love with both courage and discernment. As part 8 concludes, the audience sees a couple who, while still early in their journey, has successfully faced early hurdles, built a foundation of emotional honesty, and begun to envision a future together that balances independence with intimacy, joy with responsibility, and hope with realistic expectations. Season 8 portrays this stage of Micah and Hena's story as a transformative period where love emerges as a catalyst for self-discovery, resilience, and the ongoing process of forging authentic, lasting connection in the modern world. As season 8 approaches its climax, Micah and Hena's relationship reaches a pivotal point where the foundations of trust, intimacy, and mutual respect are tested not just privately, but in the public eye and under the watchful gaze of the Plath family, whose approval and acknowledgement have always been an underlying concern. After months of growing together, sharing meaningful experiences, and navigating both personal insecurities and minor conflicts, the couple faces moments that symbolize the transition from a private connection to a recognized partnership within the family circle. The documentary captures these moments with a mix of on-camera interviews, social media interactions, and real-time reactions, giving viewers an intimate look into the emotional stakes at play. Micah, who has spent much of the season learning to balance independence with familial expectations, begins to openly share his experiences and feelings with his parents and siblings, acknowledging Hena's importance in his life and demonstrating the growth he has achieved in communicating honestly and assertively. Scenes of family gatherings, phone calls, and group conversations show the varied responses, from cautious acceptance to moments of skepticism. But gradually, as Hena's sincerity, warmth, and respect for the family become evident, the Plaths begin to recognize the positive impact of this relationship on Micah's happiness and emotional development. Meanwhile, Micah reflects on the journey he has undertaken, acknowledging how far he has come since the heartbreak with Veronica. He has learned to embrace vulnerability without fear, communicate openly, assert boundaries, and balance his desire for personal growth with the responsibilities and expectations that family entails. Public appearances, shared outings, and social media interactions further cement the couple's presence as a unit, allowing viewers to witness both the joy and the real-world challenges of navigating a modern relationship. Hena's role as a supportive partner reinforces the lessons of empathy, patience, and trust, helping Micah approach love with confidence while remaining grounded in reality. The season finale highlights milestone moments: first public acknowledgement at a family event, heartfelt conversations about future goals, and symbolic gestures that signify mutual commitment, underscoring the evolution of their relationship from tentative beginnings to a confident, emotionally mature partnership. Narration emphasizes that the journey has been as much about personal growth as it has been about romance, illustrating that love, when approached thoughtfully and authentically, becomes a vehicle for resilience, self-discovery, and the courage to embrace new possibilities. By the conclusion of Part 9, viewers see Micah not simply as a young man navigating love, but as someone who has transformed his emotional landscape, learned to navigate external pressures, and cultivated a relationship that honors both his independence and his capacity for deep connection. Season 8 closes with a sense of resolution and hope, leaving the audience with a compelling narrative about healing after heartbreak, the importance of communication and trust, and the enduring power of family and love to shape and support personal growth in profound and meaningful ways.